Oh, please, no, no, stop.
That black yo magic, that black yo magic, that black yo magic, black yo magic.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Samaya Jackson and I'm finally back again with another video. I'm so appreciative of you guys for bearing with me while I haven't been posting as many videos as I used to post. It's just that I've been going through a lot of things in my personal life, so I haven't been able to be in the best of spirits to be able to put out quality content into the world that I know I could be proud of. But before we even get started into this video, let's make sure you do three important things. Make sure you like this video, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bar so you can get a notification every time I post a video. So to start, what do I know English? What? Before we even start this discussion, I just want to give a simple definition of what blackfishing is, just in case you might not know what blackfishing is. But basically it is when someone of European descent or a white person tans or darkens their skin, gets surgery, etc. in order to portray themselves as people of color, usually in black culture, to gain more followers, endorsements, and many other monetary gains. This has become a very trendy topic over the past couple, honestly it's been maybe like a couple months or so that I've heard this like circulating for a while. And I kind of figured it would have died down by now, that's why I haven't done a video on it, but it's still relevant now, and I just don't understand why people can't wrap their minds around why it's wrong to do this, why people are upset. So let's get an understanding here. By any means, the point of this video is not to sit here and bash these three girls. The point of this is to call out the fact that what they did is wrong, and we can't sit here and be silent and say, well, they didn't mean it, it's okay, because like your silence is still an action too. The three main people who are known as the Blackfishers, and they're not the only ones by any means. There is a lot of these people who have been doing this thing on social media. It's just these are the three people who have the highest following. These are the three people who have done it the worst, I guess. Like these are the people who are recognized for it the most. So these three people are Emma Hallberg, Alicia B.
I have no idea how to pronounce her name. I like looked it up. Hold on, let me find it. It's like so hard to pronounce. It's like Alicia. It's not Alicia. It's
I don't know how to pronounce it. Please do not flame me for not knowing how to pronounce her name. It's like Aga Rotskowa. Mika Francis is the third person. And these are the three commonly known people, and I'm going to include like some pictures and stuff so you know like who they are. But the like main person out of the three people I actually have respect for is Alicia B. And that's because from me doing my research, looking up these people, she was the only one, and I'm not saying that what she did wasn't wrong, but I have respect for her because she's the only person out of these three people who gave a legitimate apology and recognized that what she did was wrong and that it offended people, and she's going to be more cautious of how she presents herself on social media, and she's going to change.
Please disregard what I said when I said I had respect for Alicia B, because when I went back through her Instagram, I realized that she has not changed how she's posting, like her style or any of the things that she said she was going to do in her video on YouTube. And so now I feel like she's this exact same as Emma Hallberg, so, you know, just take that into account.
The thing that I saw with Emma Hallberg, and I've looked into a lot of her stuff, she has a huge social media following, and so that means that she has a big impact on young girls who are people of color, because a lot of people were mistaking her for being black, and she was saying that like, you know, this isn't by any means what I was trying to do. She made a bunch of stories, but as far as I saw, like, they just came off as excuses, and you can look up like a lot of the things that she had said about it, but she didn't really apologize for how what she had did impacted people. She just said, well, I'm not doing this, I'm
Not that way.
my skin tans naturally, this is why, like, you know, this picture was taken in the middle of August and this picture was taken in the middle of winter. And it's like, Come on, sis. If you're not going to own up to what you did, the mistake you made, and try to become a better person, then don't get mad when you're getting backlash from people because what you did was wrong. For the people who are like, you know, everybody tans, it's not that big of a deal. Like, for me, it really is that big of a deal because it's not just skin deep. This is not just, you know, something that's trendy, because black skin is not something I get to take off every day and say, I don't feel like being black today. I have to be black every day of my life. But like all your pictures, even though you say, this is a natural tan, this is how I naturally am, I can't get rid of these things. All of your pictures are only when you look ethnic. Only when you look ethnic. And you're saying, this is my real hair.
Sis, we can tell that's a weave.
You can't have like 4 different textures in every other picture and honestly expect us to believe that's your natural hair. And you even have posts where you tagged hair companies. Like, what? What? You look like a woman of color. This is what you look like. And even if this is how people were perceiving you, why didn't you refute those claims when people were saying, oh, she's black? Oh, well, I'm not black, I'm white. Okay, when you got reposted on these black pages, why didn't you say, take that down, I'm not actually black? Because these pages are meant to empower women of color. Now all of a sudden that black women and other women of color are beginning to see themselves as beautiful in a time when, you know, there are so many other people who are saying they're not beautiful. When we are just accepting ourselves unapologetically too, all these other people from other races suddenly want to hop on the train. I remember, like, you know, I remember begging my mom to let me perm my hair. Me and you, my hair has always been natural. No dye, no chemicals in my hair whatsoever. And I, like, when I was younger, I used to beg my mom to let me perm my hair because I wanted it to be straight. My mom had straight hair. She had it permed. My sister had it permed. And, you know, I would get teased because my hair was so kinky. Like, kids would stick, like, pencils in my hair. Or, like, they'd try to put their, like, hands through my hair and pull it and would laugh at me because their hand would get stuck. And it's just not okay because of Kylie Jenner and because of a lot of people in the beauty industry. We're teaching these young girls bad self-love is what's happening. It's the fact that, you know, by doing these things, you can't sit here and tell me that by sitting here and changing everything, and I mean everything about yourself, getting surgery, changing your hair, changing your skin tone, doing all these things, you can't tell me that you love yourself. We have to sit here, and when you're a role model, when you're a social media influencer, when you're getting endorsements and you're selling and promoting products, you are a role model whether you like it or not. So that tells a lot about your character. Who do you want to be? What kind of person do you want to portray with your platform? And that's my problem is these girls are human. People are going to make mistakes. You're going to make choices that aren't always the best, and sometimes those choices hurt people. But it's how you grow from those choices, how you react after you've made those wrong decisions. Are you going to sit here and apologize and realize that, you know, what you did impacted someone, and that might not have been your intention of what you were trying to do, but you need to recognize what you did was wrong and move on. You can't sit here and just make excuses of why you're not racist, of why you're not going to do this, because that's a big problem in America too. For some reason, people are afraid of being called racist instead of making racist choices, having racist thoughts, saying racist things. We need to change that, because sometimes you are going to say racist stuff. Sometimes you're going to have personal bias. That's just sadly, a part of human nature. But it's the choices that you make after that, and that's growing from your ignorance. And that's where my problem is that a lot of girls don't know how to love themselves. And so when they see you, because we love black features, but they're never on black women. We love black culture, but we don't love black people. The problem that most people have with blackfishing is that this isn't really new. It's become trendy today, but this has been evolved over time. This is the same thing that happened when people mocked and mimicked and dehumanized Sarah Bartman in a human zoo, where they mocked and looked at her body. But then those same people who mocked her were the same people who designed dresses to emulate her body physique in dresses. Because this is what they saw men liked. Because black women and other women of culture are constantly over-sexualized. So if you cannot wrap your mind around the deep-rooted problems and the struggle behind women of color, do not wear our clothes. Do not wear our hairstyles. Do not wear our skin, because our skin, our culture, our style, our swag is more than just beauty. It is the beauty of our struggle, and my culture is not your couture. And it's more than just black women. It's all women. It's okay to love cultures other than your own, but you have to realize there's a difference between appreciation and appropriation. You can appreciate someone's culture and say, wow, black women are beautiful, Latina women are beautiful, Afro-Latina women are beautiful, Asian women are beautiful, but you don't have to sit here and get box braids, because that's kind of the problem where you're seeing with blackfishing, is that you're taking away from someone's natural culture. Women are being discriminated from their jobs. They are getting kicked out of schools for the same hairstyles that are on the runway and are considered fashion, and that's appropriation. You need to understand the struggle behind that culture as well. You need to understand the beauty of that culture and not just ignorantly do it. Dang it, I had like a really good point there, and I lost it. I lost it. Okay to love another person's culture, but you have to be able to understand their struggle. If you're not going to sit here and fight with us when we're saying Black Lives Matter, I don't want to hear All Lives Matter if you're rocking my box braids. I don't want to hear All Lives Matter when you're trying to get my skin tone. And it's not saying that all lives matter, but the point of Black Lives Matter was that if Black Lives Matter, then all lives matter. Really, my whole point is that when you're a social media influencer, you have a platform, and you have to be able to say something that influences young girls who don't have the support system with strong parents that can tell them right from wrong, to be good influences in their life, because you don't know who's looking up to you. You don't know who's watching you. And the choices you make impact others, whether you think it does or not. And if you appreciate our culture, then you have to do so knowing our culture. You can't sit here and ignorantly just try things because it's trendy, because women of color, people of color, have to live with being people of color every day. We're not just people of color on the internet. We're people of color when we get pulled over by a police officer. We're people of color when we apply for a job. And so you have to understand that this is more than just beauty. It's about the beauty in our struggle as well. And I think that's something that's important, because if you want to sit here and be our allies, then you have to sit here and fight our fight with us. So now we're at the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope I somehow edited this in a way so it actually made sense, because I got off topic a whole bunch of times in this video, but I'm just really happy and proud to be talking about something as important to me. And let me know in the comments below if you guys would like to see more videos like this in the future, because I definitely enjoyed filming this video. And if you haven't already, what are you doing? Make sure you did those 3 important things. Make sure you like this video, hit the subscribe button and the notification bar so you can get a notification every time I post a video. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.